One is not.
There is something that is so real, it cannot be forgotten. It cannot even be remembered. We just have the illusion of remembering it and forgetting it. We learned ignorance and applied ignorance to it. When this body, it wasn't even this body. My mother did not give birth to this body. If she gave birth to this body, she could not be here. Okay? She gave birth to something this small. Okay? So when this body first appeared, it did not have a name on it. It did not have Mooji or John or Hari on it. It didn't come. God didn't send, I'm sending you a Mooji. I'm sending you a George. No, it came nameless. And then a name was offered towards this body before the consciousness was sufficiently mature enough to hold the impression of name. It was just a sound like any other sound. As an infant, you did not know what mother is, or father is, or doctor is, or day, or night. You didn't know anything at all. But a name was put towards this body. John. Then at a certain point, something caught the name, John. An association accepted the name, John. And once it accepted the name and began to respond to the sound that says John, John. So the name came, John. Once it accepted the imprint of the name, the impression of the name, it never quite forgot it. Again. Doesn't matter what John has been doing, what the body's been doing, playing the saxophone or writing a letter or sending an email or climbing a hill and somebody, John, huh? But if they said George, nothing. Harry, John, huh? Okay. Did you remember your John? It's like you didn't say, let me think. That's me. No, it's like, John, huh? Like this. Did you remember? There's not even time to reflect even on the name. So if the name does not require remembering, you don't go out today and go, okay, look in the mirror, I am John. Good, okay, now I can go out. You don't do this? You can rush out, late for work. Paul! John, huh? Okay? So it doesn't take any time to remember. If it takes no time to remember the name John, which is not original to you, then how much time or effort does it require to remember the thing which remembers John, which is the consciousness, without which there's no John, no George, no Harry, no Susan, nothing. So it is synonymous that as soon as the consciousness is available and the functioning of perception is flowing, that you are that consciousness. And now we, consciousness, are searching to find consciousness. Isn't it strange? So it must have been part of our indoctrination, our conditioning, to believe that you are John. To believe, nowhere to listen. I'm calling you John, but you're not John, okay? Your real name is I am. Okay? Because all the beings say, I am John, I am Harry, I am Susan, I am Pablo, I am, no, but your name is I am. And I am is not John. It's not John. It's not anything. I am is the name of consciousness. It is what we are. But when the consciousness, which is I am, believes more in I am John, then it has to make some effort to remember it is I am. I wonder if you follow. So all of this farce is a concoction. And that is what you call the play. We learned to be personal. We were conditioned, and no single being is responsible for it. We are totally, collectively responsible. But there's no blame. In the world of truth, there's no blame. There's only opportunity. There's only truth. Because nothing is to be gained from blame. Remember who you are. And so may what we have shared, may the seeds of that understanding germinate in you, sprout, and bear fruit and shade.
Thank you.
Very good.
I love you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks to you.
When you said it was only a little time left. This is my last satsang. I've been in Portugal in half a year, and I don't know when I come back, but it's not the end, it's always there.
Yes.
The last time I talked to you, 3-4 months ago, I immediately got a lot of trouble in my life.
Yes.
But like you said today, I'm thankful for it.
Yes.
It was very important for me.
Yes. In fact, as soon as, you see, a human being begin to recognize dynamically, actually smell the breath of the infinite in themselves, a battle start. A battle start with the whole mind, the whole regime is fighting to keep you small, to keep you worrying about dandruff and kind of, your internet crashing and all of these things, and buying a new handbag and whatever stuff, and make these things important, and another force is pulling you into your own infinite being, and there's a struggle. If you did not stir within your being and feel that dynamic pull towards truth, your life will seem pretty okay going along, because it's all you know, and you move like that. But as soon as something smelled the breath of something infinite, you see, the littleness comes in. And it might feel like trouble. Oh, my things start to go wrong, and things and this and that. But something inside cannot go wrong. For the first time in your life, something cannot go wrong. Someplace in you cannot go wrong. You understand? Huh? When everything that can go wrong is going to start looking like it's going wrong. Something is emerging as a mighty power in you. to come in this planet in a human form is already regarded in many wise places that this is already auspiciousness, to have a human form, because in this form the consciousness can contemplate itself. It can find its way back to its divine origin, even while you are awake in this body. And the freedom is free, but it is not cheap. It is not, oh, well, let me see, what if I'm interested. It has to be something developing, an urge. And some people, it becomes so much of fire inside that nothing else seems important anymore, isn't it? And then you know that there's no way back. In fact, for no one in life ever has there been a way back. Not to foolishness. They can only be going back to yourself. You cannot go back to yesterday. You cannot go back to your past. You can cherish these sentiments, but they're not true. Life compels you to evolve. And the evolution of consciousness is towards emptiness. Like you're returning to space. That one moment you become empty inside. You're like space, alive and moving in space. Light, without technique, without fear, without projection. Beyond the grip of guilt and jealousies and fears, although you may taste their fragrance, but they will never overwhelm you, because you know and are the what is. You see, you're crossing over from death to life, real life. Because as I said before, the mind offers you a life, but with death at the end of it. But the heart offers you eternal existence. You see. You choose. And this is the grand opportunity of the human experience. In my view, I put no human achievement greater than the recognition of your divinity. And no one is locked out. It is just a question of time. And if something has called you, then it is already preparing you internally for its visit. If the voice has called you, it is already preparing you for its visit. It is already announcing itself inside your being. So don't be afraid. Because you are not becoming something else. You're only discovering what you can never not be. So the invitation is only to have an attitude in your heart. Yes, please. Yes. Yes. I don't need to know how. I don't need to know the technique. I'm too weak for techniques. I'm too lazy for practice. I've tried, but it's only my mind doing it. Just absorb me. Just absorb me. Replace me with you. Say that with the urge for truth inside your heart. Last week I say that almost every human being belongs to a kind of tribe. a tribe of nationality, a tribe of religion, a tribe of some kind of group. You see? Only the one who is free is universal. Your mind becomes universal, your heart is universal. But as long as you're a tribe, you can grow within the tribe. But if you say, I'm the tribe of Christianity, I'm the tribe of Islam, and you don't move beyond your person, you have not grown into your universality. Because truth is not Christian or Muslim or Hindu, is not any political group, it's not any tribe. But it expresses through everything. It expresses through everything. But the one who discovered this one here, this is the one I say, you have to be the cow that jump over the moon. You have to be the cow that jump over the moon. And some people say, but cows can't jump over the moon. I say, well, you won't right now. But what do you mean the cow that jump over the moon? You have to jump out of your mind. Stop living as a citizen of your mind. The life, the earth, has not imposed a restriction on you. It has just been a habit. And yes, it is true, even the Buddhas and the Christs of this world, they have had to be conditioned because it's part of the game that you forget, in a way. We forget ourselves. And the great game is to remember, to reawaken to the truth of what we are. But it's not necessarily a religious truth. It is just truth. But religions are here to help us to come to that. But they're only finger pointing to the sun. Don't fall in love with the finger. Don't be looking on the rings on the finger and miss the sun. And your heart is that sun. This is what I'm speaking. Not the organ, not the heart of emotion. This heart nobody can see. But you can only taste the evidence of it. Just like the wind you cannot see, but its effect you can perceive. This heart is not just physical, although the physicality of the world draws its physicality from it. It doesn't matter where you go. Whatever kept you here will keep you where you go. But we'll still enjoy your physical form. So if you feel to come, you come. And it will bring you again. No? That's it. It is enough for now. Yes, thank you. Yes. For a moment, no? Just for a moment, and just to at such time, mind simply hovers over the heart and is merging inside the heart's peace. Mind loses its suspiciousness, its superstition, and feels the embrace of the heart's love, the heart's power, and its infiniteness. So duality will not trouble you like this, because the mind becomes tame by the presence of the holiness of the heart, of God, of truth. So your sense is, I'm just here. I'm just here. I am not up to anything. Now there's nothing to do, or to undo, or to change, or to fix. There's nothing to heal, nothing to get, nothing to lose, nothing to become, nothing to believe. Just the isness of being is here by itself, unsupported. This is our natural state. And there's awareness even of this state also. But there's nothing to report of awareness, because it is complete. And that which is complete needs no description. You are at rest. You are at rest in your own self. The activities of life will continue to flow and unfold. This is not your business. It is just the activity, the dance of the vital force. Let it play. Don't say, this thing does not deserve to be. Let it, everything be. Just like you. This is kindness, you see. This is compassion towards your own self first. And when we acknowledge such compassion, it spreads and encompasses the whole world. What I'm saying to you now, sharing with you, it is not poetry. It is not a job. It is not a task. But for so many years, lifetimes even, humanity has been missing itself. We have been missing ourselves. And this is why we've become so unruly, so ungrateful, so pained. So it's only in coming home to ourselves will this world be healed. And it starts inside your own heart. It is not your job to manage existence. You're not living life. You are life. And simultaneously the weakness of life. So, as from this day it will continue an expanding of your inner space. A peace, a joy, a lightness of being. This is the fragrance, this is the perfume of home. This is both your coming home and home coming to you. It is a oneness, it is a harmony. So simply remain open inside your heart and welcome yourself. Don't give everything to your mind to make some philosophy out of it. Simply keep quiet, stay empty. And blossom within your own self. I hope as we go, and I feel confident in myself, that those of you in whom this pointing has touched its base will continue to radiate that understanding. Myself, I keep eye on you. But I'm not going to spy on you. May grace, wherever you are, whether you're in this room or the next room outside or looking in from different parts of the world, may grace continue to delight in its own presence in your heart. May those of you whose time has come and whose yearning, deepest yearning and desire is for truth, quickly, speedily come to the realization of the full truth inside your own heart. May you continue to grow in wisdom, in perfect understanding and peace and harmony. And may those who meet you on the way be touched by your light, grace, understanding, peace, wisdom. For it is in such ways that this world becomes beautiful. Not just food that comes from the trees on the planet, but the food that comes from the tree of the human heart. The fruits of love and peace and openness and selflessness and generosity and compassion of being. To such a place you've come. So be it. Om.
Shiva.